half butterfly pose. Now you have two options with this one, as in the end pose. Restack the spine, and I'll just take it over to the right leg. So there's down to the middle, what Tanya just did, and then there's flexing forward over to the outstretched leg. Just hold it there, Tanya. So this pose opens your hips through outer hip rotation, and it stretches into the hamstrings and the adductors. It stimulates the liver and kidneys, said to aid digestion. Almost any forward flex motion will almost act as a liver squeeze. It's like compressing the liver. Very good if you're on a detox as well. Can aggravate sciatica a little bit, so you may want to sit on a block for this one. Just restack. So we'll go into the pose now. So just start off in a cross leg pose. And again, there are two end positions for this. We'll do down the middle first, Tanya. So if you can just extend one leg away, and the other heel is in towards the groin. Now again, you may want to consider moving the heel further away from the groin. Depends on how tight you are in the hips and in the knee. From there, put your hands on your knees, extend the crown. So just start off from this up position. Stomach is pulled in, the spine is lifted, and you're sat tall. Hands resting on the knees. The leg extended. Nod the chin to your chest. And walk the hands out down to the center. Now this one is usually considered the easier of the two poses. We'll start off with this pose first and just hold it in that position. You walk your hands out. So rather, there's no real rotation going on of the spine. It's just a forward flex, open up your hips, stretching off in particular the right hamstring and calf. And now we'll do this pose, this particular pose that Tanya's in now, down to the center, using props. So just restack the spine. Tanya's not particularly tight in the hip for me when I do this. So one option is putting a block underneath that knee. For me personally, that's what I would have to do. You may want to block under your bum. And or, as Tanya's doing, resting the head, because it wants to be passive. This is not a hatha yoga one. We do not want a flat back. We want an arch and a curved spine. And every so often you'll be checking in with your body, have tissues given. Can you sync and adjust the props? You may want to use the bolster across the thighs, resting on the forehead, or just on the ground, resting your torso. Half butterfly to the center. And now we'll do the other pose, which adds in the hamstring stretch now. So just the hands resting on the knees. You rotate the spine, in this case, over to the right leg. And then as we fold this over, we fold over towards that right knee. Obviously, we'll then do the other side on both of these poses. So let the upper back relax and your back round as you fold forward. And as we fold forward, the fold forward will be on an exhale, on a breath out. And obviously we're repeating this with the other side. Now consider the props you may want to use. So there may be a block. Depends on how flexible you are. You might want your hands and knees on a block or on a bolster. There's various ways you can use the props. And again, you may want to consider the block under the knee as Tanya's doing this particular one. Rule number one is there is minimal tension in the body. We're achieving without effort, wu-wei. Now we're not going to do it here and demonstrate here, but then you'd repeat that on the other side. And that's the half butterfly. Opens up the hip, stretches off the hip flex, stretches off the hamstrings, loosens off the back and the spine.